Hollywood is always glamorous with the spotlight, lavish parties and celebrated fame. But hidden behind the handsome smile and elegant image of Jamie Dornan, the actor who captivated the world in 50 Shades of Grey, is a past that shocked fans. He was once immersed in a spiral of addiction. According to many fictional sources revealed, before achieving the A-list star status as he is today, Jamie Dornan had to struggle with himself. The pressure from the halo, the huge expectations placed on his shoulders, and the mental wounds that never healed, made him turn to alcohol and stimulants as a temporary escape. The endless nights of smoking and drinking not only eroded his health but also almost destroyed the career he had worked so hard to build. At one point, Dornan disappeared from major events, causing international media to stir up rumors about the fall of a rising star. However, what makes the audience admire him is his extraordinary willpower. With the help of his family, close friends and colleagues like Dakota Johnson, Jamie Dornan bravely faced the darkness in his soul. He entered a harsh rehab process, gradually regained his balance and stood up stronger. Today, when looking at a charming, professional and energetic Jamie Dornan, few people can believe that he once fell to the depths of despair. This story is not only a reminder that even the biggest stars can stumble, but also a testament to the power of resilience and the will to live. Right finger Jamie Dornan has turned a dark past into motivation, to shine and become an inspirational icon for millions of people around the world. New Moon: The Terrible Consequences of the Addiction Spiral. At the darkest time of his life, Jamie Dornan faced a series of serious consequences. His serious physical decline, constant fatigue and unstable psychology made him lose his original image. In the public eye, the once elegant actor gradually became a name associated with disappointment. Not only that, his work was also severely affected. Producers began to be wary when mentioning Dornan's name. Some potential projects even eliminated him because of concerns about instability. Many personal relationships broke down, close friends gradually distanced themselves, leaving him alone in the harsh world of showbiz. Glowing star: The Journey of Escape, From Darkness to Light. But as the saying goes, when you hit rock bottom, you can only go up. Jamie Dornan chose to face it instead of continuing to run away. He entered a months-long treatment program, going through intense withdrawal, and times of wanting to give up. At times, Dornan confessed that he thought he could not stand up again. But it was the love of his family and the encouragement of a few colleagues who believed in him that became the fire that lit up hope. Dakota Johnson, his close co-star, is considered one of the important factors that always reminded him, "You were born not to fall, but to win." Step by step, Jamie Dornan learned to master himself. He practiced meditation, exercised, changed his diet and aimed for a healthy lifestyle. Most importantly, he learned to forgive himself, a seemingly small thing but helped him free himself from guilt. Sparkles come back and shine. The day he reappeared on screen, the public no longer saw a tired, austere Dornan, but instead the image of a brave, mature and attractive star. His career not only revived but also became more brilliant than ever. The story of Jamie Dornan's past addiction and his journey to escape now becomes a source of inspiration for those who are lost. He proves that, no matter how thick the darkness is, as long as you are resilient, people can still find their own light. Mike's shocking confession to the media. In a special interview, when asked about the darkness in the past, Jamie Dornan did not avoid it. His eyes were slightly sad, his voice was quiet, as if he was pulling the audience back to the most difficult days of his life. "I lost myself," Dornan admitted. "At that time, I thought that alcohol and stimulants would make me forget the pressure, forget the pain. But the truth is that they only pushed me deeper, faster and more cruelly." At that moment, the whole room fell silent. A seemingly perfect star now frankly expressed his greatest weaknesses, the mistakes that many people did not dare to believe. He continued, "If it weren't for my family, if it weren't for the people who didn't abandon me, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today. I owe them my life. And I want to say to anyone who is stuck in that cycle, don't be afraid to admit you need help. Because that's the first step to being saved. Globe's strong impact on the public. After the interview, public opinion exploded. Millions of fans around the world were moved by Jamie Dornan's courage. He was no longer just a handsome actor, but became a symbol of resilience, of the journey from the bottom back to the top. Social media forums were flooded with encouraging and admiring comments. Many people also shared that Dornan's story had given them strength in the fight against their own darkness. Gem, a star who shines more than just on screen. That day, Jamie Dornan was not just the actor of 50 Shades of Grey, not just the symbol of Hollywood sexiness, but also a real person, with scars, with mistakes, and above all, with extraordinary determination. He proved that the greatness of a person does not come from never falling, but from how they get up after falling. Heartbreak. Dakota Johnson's unexpected reaction. When Jamie Dornan's public interview went viral, Dakota Johnson, his closest co-star throughout the 50 Shades series, was speechless. What Jamie confessed was not completely unfamiliar to Dakota, because she was one of the few people who witnessed his most fragile moments. However, the fact that he dared to stand in front of the public and courageously expose the truth still made Dakota tear up. In another press conference, when asked about her feelings, Dakota choked up. "I've seen Jamie in both states, when he was at his weakest and when he was at his strongest. I've always believed that there is a huge strength inside him, and today Jamie proved it to the world. I am more proud of him than ever." Rose, an invisible bond. Many believe that it was the close relationship, even though it was only defined as close friends, that played an important role in helping Jamie step out of the darkness. Dakota was not only a co-star, but also someone who patiently listened, shared and encouraged him during the long nights when he seemed to have no way out. She once sent him short but powerful messages: "You still have a future. Don't let the past bury it." Those simple words became a spiritual medicine, helping Jamie keep faith in himself. Sparkles, a new chapter, for both. When Jamie Dornan publicly revealed his past, Dakota Johnson felt liberated. Because, for a long time, she had always worried that if the story was distorted, her friend would have to suffer more pain. Now, when Jamie bravely told it in his own voice, Dakota knew that they had weathered the storm together. In that moment, the whole world saw a bond that went beyond ordinary friendship, a deep empathy, forged from life's harshest challenges. Fire wave of speculation exploded. Immediately after Jamie Dornan's shocking confession and Dakota Johnson's emotional reaction, a new wave of speculation immediately erupted in the international media. The public began to question, is there anything more than friendship and colleagueship between them? A series of sensational headlines appeared. Dakota Johnson, the woman who saved Jamie Dornan's life. Friendship or love? What bond bound Dakota and Jamie through the difficult years? Attentive fans also affirmed that Dakota's gaze at Jamie at the press conference was not simply admiration. It was a gaze full of affection, as if of someone who had witnessed, suffered with his pain, happiness and victory. Top balloon behind-the-scenes whispers. The rumors spread further when a behind-the-scenes source, though not confirmed, revealed that Dakota Johnson spent a lot of private time with Dornan during his rehab period. They not only shared with each other via text messages, but also had secret meetings, where Dakota became Jamie's strongest emotional support. An assistant on the 50 Shades set even confirmed, there were moments when Dakota hugged Jamie tightly, not because of the script, but because he really needed it. Glowing star friendship beyond the limit? Although both still firmly asserted that they were just close friends, the public believed something else. The connection between Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson was so deep that it could not be named. It went beyond the boundaries of normal friendship, leaving in the audience's hearts a series of hypotheses about a secret, smoldering but intense love. And this is what makes the story of Jamie Dornan's recovery journey even more dramatic, because besides his personal resilience, people believe that there was a beautiful woman who always quietly accompanied him in his darkest moments.